Good evening, and welcome to your AI Daily Press evening podcast for April 18, 2026. I'm your host, Walter. Firstly, President Donald Trump revealed a surprise agreement with Iran, claiming they would remove enriched uranium and cease backing terrorist groups. However, Iran quickly denied these claims, stating that their enriched uranium is non-negotiable. The situation remains tense, with the U.S. blockade still in place and China considering providing advanced radar systems to Iran. In the UK, a scandal has erupted over former Prime Minister's appointment of Peter Mandelson as a trade envoy, despite initial security clearance concerns. The Prime Minister has expressed outrage at being kept in the dark, and opposition leaders are calling for his resignation. Lastly, the U.S. has faced criticism for its lack of engagement in multilateral discussions during its G7 chairmanship. Despite this, other nations remain committed to global cooperation, emphasizing the importance of international institutions in addressing economic and financial challenges. The ongoing Middle East conflict has led to a surge in oil prices, with experts warning that U.S. actions may be exacerbating the situation. These stories highlight the complexities and uncertainties of the current global landscape. As always, we'll continue to provide updates and analysis as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in social and cultural news, here is Barbara Waters.
You, Walter, and then shall and know what's right now. Firstly, tensions have escalated in the Middle East over the strategic Strait of Hormuz, with Iran reimposing strict control over the vital waterway in response to the U.S. naval blockade of its ports. The move has significant implications for global oil prices, which have already begun to fluctuate. In Venezuela, the country's future remains uncertain after the downfall of President Maduro. Opposition leader Maria Corina Machado has been sidelined by the U.S. government, despite her initial support for their intervention in the country. Acting President Delcy Rodriguez has consolidated her power, and the U.S. has lifted sanctions against her, complicating efforts to establish a democratic government. Lastly, we reported on a developing story from the Middle East earlier this week, but also looked at the situation in Venezuela and the Strait of Hormuz, where global oil prices are rising due to tensions between the U.S. and Iran. We'll continue to monitor these situations and bring you updates as more information becomes available. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. We've had an exciting week in the world of finance, with markets showing resilience and investors seeking stable income streams. Our first article delved into the Indian markets, where the Nifty gained significantly after an initial weakness, closing on a positive note. The sentiment improved progressively, aided by easing concerns and supportive global cues. However, the broader structure remains corrective within a larger range-bound setup, with the index facing a formidable resistance zone between 17,800 and 18,100. In another article, we explored the fascinating world of cryptocurrencies, where Bitcoin faces its next key resistance near $30,000, and a decisive breakout above this level could open the path toward $40,000. Ethereum is trading close to its 50-day EMA, with momentum stabilizing and supported by continued inflows into spot ETFs. Institutional demand has remained a key driver of the cryptocurrency market, with BlackRock's Bitcoin ETF recording inflows of over $817 million. Lastly, we examined the realm of dividend growth stocks, where two compelling articles from Seeking Alpha caught our attention. One article highlighted a unique approach to investing in high-quality dividend-growing stocks, focusing on lower drawdowns, current income, and market-beating growth over the long term. Another article introduced a new quality scoring system that evaluates dividend stocks across 9 weighted factors, providing investors with a detailed framework for assessing potential investments. In conclusion, these articles underscore the importance of diligent research and a well-thought-out investment strategy in today's financial markets. Whether you're a seasoned investor or just beginning your journey, we hope this summary has provided you with valuable insights to guide your decisions. As always, we recommend conducting your own research and considering individual financial goals and risk tolerance before making any investment decisions. Now for the latest in science and technology, here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we've been following the developments in NASA's Artemis program and its partnership with private companies like SpaceX and Blue Origin. While this collaboration has driven innovation and progress in space exploration, concerns surrounding the concentration of power, lack of competition, and reliance on contractors have been raised. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates as more information becomes available. Next, we explored a theory proposed by astrophysicist Enrique Gazdanaga, suggesting that certain mysterious galaxies detected by the James Webb Space Telescope might be evidence of an older universe, one that existed before our own. This idea, known as the recurring Big Bounce scenario, proposes that the universe undergoes phases of contraction and expansion, leaving behind relics from previous cycles. While highly speculative, this theory has profound implications for our understanding of the universe's origins and dark matter. Lastly, we delved into another fascinating concept proposed by Dr. Enrique Gazan, which suggests the existence of relic black holes formed during the first fraction of a second after the Big Bang. These tiny black holes could have grown and merged to become the supermassive black holes at the centers of galaxies today, and might even be responsible for some of the observed effects of dark matter. These stories represent the cutting edge of astrophysical research, and as we continue to explore the mysteries of the universe, we may uncover more evidence supporting or refuting these theories. Join us tomorrow for another journey through the wonders of the universe. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. In our first segment, we analyzed the NFL draft, where teams are shaping their futures with strategic picks. The emphasis on defensive talent was a key takeaway, as teams recognized the importance of a solid defense in winning championships. We also touched on the social issues in athletics, including player compensation and revenue sharing, which continue to evolve and impact the sport. In our second segment, we shifted our focus to the world of basketball, where the playoffs are just around the corner. The Denver Nuggets and San Antonio Spurs are looking strong, while underdog teams like the Houston Rockets are gaining momentum and could potentially cause upsets. We also highlighted the challenges facing teams like the Philadelphia 76ers and Los Angeles Lakers, who are dealing with injuries and other setbacks. As we look ahead to the playoffs, one thing is certain: this year's basketball postseason promises to be an exciting and unpredictable ride. With talented rosters, cohesive team play, and a dash of luck, any team can make a deep run and capture the championship. This is Howard Closewell speaking. And now, a word from our sponsors. Now, for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curl.
Thank you, Howard. Firstly, we looked at a thought-provoking article about Jay's journey, where a stranger's kindness in a time of despair led him from the brink of suicide to finding hope and rebuilding his life. This powerful story underscores the importance of empathy, mental health support, and the profound impact one person can have on another. Next, we explored a remarkable tale of redemption in a small American town, where a man's personal journey of reclaiming his past has had a profound effect on his community. His story celebrates the dignity of everyday work, the beauty of rural life, and the importance of tradition and community connection. Lastly, we touched on a poignant example of how one incident of kindness can change someone's life trajectory, emphasizing the value of human connection, compassion, and understanding in overcoming adversity. These stories remind us that even in challenging times, there is always hope, and that individual actions can have a significant impact on those around us. As we conclude this evening's podcast, we're left with a sense of gratitude for the simple things in life and the extraordinary aspects of ordinary American experiences. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. First, we explored the world of opera, where singer Rosalia is making waves with her unique style and accessibility. We asked, can opera be cool? And the answer is a resounding yes. With its drama, music, and sparkle, opera is for everyone, everywhere. Next, we delved into a developing story out of Russia, where a popular social media influencer has bravely criticized President Vladimir Putin's handling of various issues. This unprecedented move has sparked widespread discussion and reaction, with the Kremlin taking notice and other influencers voicing similar opinions. Lastly, we shone the spotlight on Philip Hartman's 1987 film No Picnic, a cinematic treasure that's been restored to its former glory. This indie gem captures the spirit of New York City's Lower East Side in the 80s, with its black and white cinematography, nostalgic charm, and all-star cast. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the world of opera, Russian politics, and classic cinema. Now for the latest in nature and environment, here is David at Nature.
Thank you, Joan. Firstly, we took a deep dive into the world of marine conservation, exploring the plight of certain species in our oceans. We examined the impact of human activities on these creatures and what we can do to mitigate harm. Next, we shifted our focus to sustainable architecture, delving into the innovative world of mass timber construction. This eco-friendly alternative to traditional building materials is not only reducing carbon footprints, but also promoting healthier forests and redefining urban landscapes. Lastly, we traveled to Caracas, Venezuela, where a unique population of blue and gold macaws is facing threats due to urban development. These vibrant birds have made the city their home, but the removal of old palm trees is jeopardizing their breeding habits and potentially putting their population at risk. These stories serve as poignant reminders of our responsibility towards the natural world and the importance of balancing human needs with environmental conservation. We'll continue to follow these developments and bring you updates in future editions of the AIDailyPress. Good night! And that completes our evening podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow morning, I'm David Attenacher for AIDailyPress, the world's most unbiased news source.